You're listening to the Radcast, a top 25 worldwide business podcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the Radcast. It's Friday, March 31st, 2023, our weekly marketing, business, entertainment, world news of the week.
Wild. I love it. World news. Keep spinning it.
Everybody says to niche down in your podcast. We're niching wide, you know.
Niche wide. That sounds like a car.
Bring it. It's grounded in business, you know. But so many things relate to business now, you know.
It's true. Everything is content. Everything is business.
Christina Yassi, we got Sawyer on the ones and twos. I hope everybody is good wherever you are, whenever you are.
However you are.
However you are. I did the whenever because with podcasts kind of live forever.
It's true.
You could be hearing me right now and it'd be 2041.
Isn't that alarming?
And I'm in an old man's like home and, you know, luckily.
You're not going to be in an old man's home in 20 years. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. I know.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully we make it that far. But had a good week?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I went viral for a hot moment.
Famous Christina Yassi.
Yes.
Are you going to change your name to that?
It's
famous.
No,
famous
but I go
Yassi?
by the brand, if you will, is Cry Comedy because my initials spell cry.
Cry Comedy.
Yeah.
Is that your handle on TikTok?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's Christina Rose Yassi, but my bio says Cry. It could be changing. We'll see what happens. Now that I'm famous, I have to think about things differently.
Yes.
But I really hope that TikTok doesn't get canceled because I'm finally breaking in.
You finally made it and they shut it down.
Late to the game, but playing the game nonetheless.
So I got to see the spot or the bit or the whatever the hell you call content these days. And it's funny. So tell everybody, what's the premise? The premise is what would happen if Disney princesses got divorced. So I have a bit that I do when I do my stand-up about like, where's that princess movie? I'm not ready to meet the right person. I'm ready to meet the wrong person. And then like hit my peak at 40 after I go through a divorce. So that idea kind of just spun into this bit, which then spun into my love of musical theater, which then turned into, I don't even know what. But yeah. I like it. But you were playing the princess and it was something about stuffing your shirt. Yeah, so I took the Disney song Be Our Guest and changed the lyrics to My New Chest. As in this is the boob job that she gets with her settlement money.
Now I'm single, I'm buying breasts.
Funny. I saw it. It's funny. You gotta go check it out. Give her the handle again, saying good follow.
Christina Rose Yassi.
Yes, Christina's very funny. You know, we try to make her funny here, but we make her talk about business news. But
Jack of all trades, master of none.
It's good. So give her a shout out on TikTok. Let's make it really viral.
There you go. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. It's been a good week. Radical's been busy. It feels like we're zooming along here. March 31st. March
feels great.
Through. Been enjoying the basketball tournament.
Oh, so good. So much fun.
Who you like for the championship? We can so we're recording it before the games are Saturday and it's Friday. So let's get you on record. You look
for women, USC. Yeah, for sure. 5 short.
Easiest pick of all time.
Who's playing in the men's?
San Diego State, UConn, Florida Atlantic.
That's right.
And Miami.
That's right. I'm for Miami or Florida Atlantic because they feel like the underdogs.
They do feel like it. I think with
Florida Atlantic
UConn, everybody thinks going to like wipe Florida because they've won like by the most points.
Well,
my sleeper is San Diego State. I think they're tough.
Totally.
They've been. They look like a football team out on the floor.
It's a weird tournament.
This is the product of NIL. We're going to bring it right back around to business and marketing. With the transfer portal and NIL, teams can get better quickly, and there's a lot of older kids playing now because you had the COVID year where they bumped everybody extra year. Then you got the transfer, and so now you've got like 25-year-old grown men out there playing.
Who like have their lives, and they're like, why not?
And with the one and done, you know, if Duke or Kentucky or the Blue Bloods don't, you know, have a little bit of an off year, it's a little more manageable. Right. It's like managing a roster year to year. Like that's
a good point.
Everybody's kind of complaining about that a little bit because it's simply like free agency. Yeah. So, I don't know what's going to happen there, but I like San Diego State in the upset. I think everybody thinks UConn, so everybody's watching the tournament. Go enjoy it. I did think this was really cool. The new Starbucks CEO saw this right before we came in. And, there's always a complaint that, it's top down, like when you CEOs, they don't know what's happening on the ground floor companies.
With their employees.
So their new CEO went and took the 40-hour barista test and has been working in the stores.
It's amazing.
And
he's going to keep working,
half day every month. And he's getting a lot of applause for that. And I agree. Because if you're going to run a business, I mean, that's the core business is in those baristas in the coffee shop, knowing what's happened,
that's where your customer loyalty
the customer
comes from.
pain points and the employee. You learn both.
Yeah.
What are the customer pain points and or opportunities? What are the employee, the people that take care of you and make it all happen?
Right.
I think it's amazing. I think it's smart, and a lot more CEOs should do it. And if we had a coffee shop, I'd be there making coffee.
It's like Undercover Boss.
Yeah. I mean, I made some TikToks today,
He's just like one of us, guys.
Yeah, I'm practicing.
Just like one of us.
Yeah.
Like the lay people.
Yes. No. It's, but it is smart for companies this size. So hats off to Starbucks, and don't remember his name. I feel like I should have given him a shout out.
It's Schwartz. What's his Howard Schultz, not Schwartz.
Howard Schultz. Yes, it is.
It's okay. I'm losing my mind. Keeping in our theme of beverages, Pepsi is embracing a new maximalist icon and changing their logo for the first time in 14 years. Which it's new and fresh, but still feels kind of retro, which is fun.
I like the retro look.
Yeah, I do too.
Pepsi was born in the Carolinas. That's where we are.
Represent.
If you didn't know, we're in South Carolina, Greenville. Fastest growing city in America, I think. I'm just going
It's up there.
to label it that.
It's up there. We're
on every
a
corner.
top 10 list or something.
I get redirected every morning on the ride to work.
Every time.
Road work.
Drives me nuts.
Takes me 14 minutes to drive 0.4 miles. But that aside, the Pepsi was born in the Carolinas, and I do like the new look. It's retro-y looking. They said it was the focus because everything's moving towards the zero sugar brands.
Yeah.
So Coke's doing the same thing. You've seen Coke is all about Coke Zero. Right And me personally, I'm all about it.
Amen.
And Coke, I will say this. It's not as good as Coke Zero. Pepsi Zero is okay.
Yeah.
It's better than Diet Pepsi.
Diet Pepsi's awful.
Yes.
Like
that's kind of like saying, craft's better than shit. I don't know. But, it's like, it got rid of the diet yuck taste.
Yeah.
Both the zeros.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting how they market these. I mean, it's all the rage because, look, sugar's not so great for you. And
we love our 0 calories.
Seeing the 17 spoonfuls of sugar. Have you ever seen that comparison?
That's what my father would do. Yep,
Yeah.
literally would spoon 16 tablespoons of sugar onto a plate, take my Dr. Pepper and say, have this instead. True story.
It's effective.
That's why I'm funny.
But I think you're going to see more and more people switching over because awareness drives activity and they're doing it. But Pepsi's just got to work on that formula a little bit. It can't quite.
It's a little too syrupy.
It's like their tagline should be almost as good as Coke.
A soft smear campaign.
I like Pepsi,
themselves.
the branding and marketing. I like their CMO. I think they do the right tactics.
Sure.
They got Cardi B dancing around, doing trendy hip stuff. But it just isn't quite as good.
Yeah.
That's just being real.
Agree.
I get my part of my brand is honesty, and I could pander
Calls it as you sees it.
but that Coke Zero is tasty.
So good.
So good. I do like the branding, so check that out if you hadn't already seen it. And what else? Do we have any other small talk?
I think that's it for today.
Oh, what else is happening out there?
Well,
We've got this week's podcast.
Yeah. The Radcast versus food.
Yes.
We love our food talk.
I know. It's funny when we have these guests, and some of them have been a couple years, when we repost these best of, almost half of them will DM me, thanking me for exposing them out and all that. But I also get to catch up with them. So it's selfishly, it's for the audience, but it's also rekindles a DM or something. And so shout out to all of them. Casey Webb, my man from Man vs. Food.
He's so great.
I love that show.
So great.
God, it's so good. Just stuffing his face for real food.
I love watching people eat too much.
If you ever watch Man vs. Food, do your favor and go check that out. He's always doing the food challenges at the restaurants.
So great.
17 pounds of nachos.
God. See, I've always wanted to do one of those because I think I would shock people because I think I could do it.
Yeah. I'm not.
I'd be out of commission for a week.
I don't know. Yeah.
But
that's a problem.
I could do it.
Yeah, we talked about that. Like, dude, how do you prepare for that? He's like, it's interesting. So check it out. We had lots of our favorite Noah Sims from MasterChef. We had Spike Mendelsohn from Plant Burger. We had my man Cosmo from Cosmo's Q. All the best. And Jonathan Cinto, one of the best chefs in America. A recap and the best of all of our food entrepreneurs is what I would kind of summarize that. A lot of topical and interesting topics that I think any business owner could learn from. So it's not just about food, but really interesting, their stories combined with how they've grown in popularity and how they leverage food towards their own celebrity and everything. So fascinating discussion. The Radcast versus food that launched on Tuesday. Go check that out. We've got a quick watch episode of all of our shows. It's a good time to mention that. You know, not everybody has 30, 40 hours sometimes. So we do 10-minute versions on Instagram, IG, as well as YouTube. So you can get the best of every episode.
Cut all the fat, you know?
But the bread and butter is getting it on audio, getting on that treadmill. That's what I do with my favorite podcast.
Hot girl walks. Pop in my podcast and go.
Exactly. And next week, Dr. Amy Shah. Man, tell you what, we're talking about all this food.
She's not going to be drinking Pepsi.
Yes, no Pepsi for Dr. Amy and no more nachos for me.
Or Doritos or Oreos.
Because processed food is not good for you. And I cried a little bit during the episode. Sarg and I both we're handing each other tissues, but in all seriousness, she's awesome. Very insightful.
I can't wait to listen to that one.
About what you should or shouldn't be eating and, you know, what it does to your mood.
Right.
You know, what you eat is how you feel.
It's very real.
And it's true because, like, you know, you eat that big ice cream sundae. It's like, man, that first 3 minutes is like heaven.
Yeah.
Then about 10 minutes later, like
Hardcore
sleepy and crashing and, you know, so.
Totally.
Excuse me while I have a drink of my water.
Hydration is key.
I loved her, but I didn't like her. Like,
fair.
I loved her as a person, but I didn't like
hard truths.
You know, the hard truths of eating. But it is, look, here's the thing. We have a lot of people that listen to the show that are high driving people, like entrepreneurs, trying to get the best of yourself. And if you're trying to get the best of yourself, what you eat matters.
Yep, you got to take care of this.
And because it controls your mood, your energy levels. And I feel it because, like, when I'm freaking going hard and today eating my peanut butter crackers, it's not really cutting it.
Right.
But, you know, and
sometimes that happens, though.
Sometimes it does. But you got to just keep bringing it. Because, you know, when I'm hungry, I typically reach for steak.
Amen to that.
And when I want good steak,
any steak,
it's the Good Rancher steak. Straight to the house.
Oh, so good. I made a bacon egg sandwich, which I think that Dr. Shah would be okay with. And then I fried the egg in the bacon fat.
Oh,
listen,
nice.
It is the best bacon I've ever had.
Oh,
I'm addicted
my
to
peanut
it.
Butter crackers.
It's so good. But seriously, they're a great company. It's the only 100% American farm-raised meat you can get. They've got, you know, meat, seafood, all the things.
Chicken, good. And the best bacon in the country.
Truly.
So you need to head over to
Applewood
goodranchers.com. Use code RADCAST. Just Radcast. You'll get $30 off your first order, and you will thank us later. This is steakhouse quality meat delivered right to your door from an American family, serving the best meat right out of Texas and a few other states where some of their cattle and different things are, but it's all U.S. based.
Yep. You can store it. It lasts forever.
There's some umpteen million pounds imported every year.
Yep.
I used to think I knew, like, oh, it's in the butcher at my local grocery store. Right. It's okay. No, it's not always okay. And let me tell you, if taste matters to you, then you want Good Ranchers.
Amen.
I had a New York strip 2 nights ago, had some friends over, family, and let's just say I'm the most popular barbecue steak hooker
there you go.
In the upstate of South Carolina.
Oh. Bold
Thanks to Good
claims.
Ranchers. It's the secret weapon of my grilling, and it should become
ingredient.
yours. So give them some love. We only promote what we like, and you'll thank us. believe me. Good Ranchers, goodranchers.com.
We've got some social media news. I know we already kind of teased a little bit with TikTok, but there is a TikTok ban backup plan. The same owners of TikTok, ByteDance, have an Instagram type platform called Lemon 8. That's the word lemon, the number 8, that just hit the number 10. It's in the top 10 of the apps in the Apple Store.
I wondered when this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because there's too much smoke going on that someone's going to take advantage of this.
And it does. It feels like a hybrid between, again, I've played with it for maybe 4 minutes altogether, but it feels like a hybrid between Instagram and TikTok, because I'm not following friends. I'm following like other influencers, and it's that mass consumption of content like TikTok gives you, but it's more static.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
But they're still owned by ByteDance, so is it the same issue?
Right. One would think. One would think.
Okay, so now they're just taking on. They're just trying to take it all.
We'll see what happens.
They want the video, all video platform, and they're coming for Instagram too.
Yeah.
I don't know where that's going to play out.
I don't either.
It's like if the government wants to shut it down, they're probably going to figure out a way to shut it down. I think there's too much money and taxes involved. They might force a sale and it'll be underhanded or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I think if I had all my eggs in the TikTok basket as a content creator, I'd be a little leery.
Yeah.
And so as a brand, I don't think I should pull any ads from it just yet.
Yeah.
But if it's working for you,
backup.
I might quadruple down now.
Totally.
Burn while the fire's hot.
Yeah.
Because you might have to pause that if it goes
If
away
anything were to
for
happen.
some amount of time.
Absolutely.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Elon Musk says that Twitter will only show verified accounts on its algorithmic timeline. So Elon Musk has announced that on April 15th, Twitter's algorithmic For You timeline will only show verified accounts.
This is interesting. I really just like the two words algorithmic timeline.
It's a satisfying, has
I read
the right
it a bunch
amount
and
of
then you said it and I'm like, my algorithmic timeline.
algorithmic timeline.
Yeah. The from Elon Musk.
His second cologne.
Look, this guy's playing chess here. Like he makes you pay to get verified, and now he's going to, promote your stuff on the For You page. You're going to get more awareness.
Yeah.
Here's the little insider. This is what you call ads. When you pay for more exposure, it's called buying ads.
Yeah.
It's kind of like me talking, in a room right now versus me getting distributed on our podcast network. More people hear it.
Yeah.
And so what he's done is he's made users pay to get verified and to thus get seen and heard by more people.
Yeah.
So you're essentially running your own
ads.
individual personal brand ads by being a verified.
Yeah.
It's another way to look at it. I mean, we can convolute it and make it all this stuff, but that's really what it is. Like ads for you, like literally, like if you want what you're saying to be heard by more people, and this is, look, 20 years ago when social media barely existed or didn't exist, this was the only way to be heard by more was through press and or TV or
putting your money where your mouth was.
Outdoor campaign.
Yeah.
And so Elon's just saying, hey, I've got the network. We have all these users. It's been free for so long. If you want to magnify and amplify what you're saying, then you're going to pay for it.
Yeah. And it does keep the bots down. I mean, I do. Again, I don't really know where I fall on my opinion of Elon Musk sometimes, but I can see as someone that owns the platform as a business, from a business standpoint, this does make a lot of sense.
I don't know what it's
I'm not going to pay for it because I don't think my tweets are that important. But
I don't pay for it, and I don't know that I am active enough. I view timelines a lot, but I post like once a month.
Totally.
And I feel like I should post more. Because in some ways, it's kind of like while I liked Instagram when it first came out, it's simple. Like Facebook was just so overwhelmed. Like, I don't want all that shit. Like, we post an image or a photo and move on.
Totally.
And look at things. And Twitter, I'm primarily voyeuristic and just looking, and seeing if there's anything insightful or at least some troll, like really pulling a good joke. That's all in my announcements. Like, because I do still get announcements on Twitter. And it's 9 out of 10 of them are when someone's trolling somebody else, and it's usually pretty clever, but annoying. If I was the person on the other end of it.
That's how Twitter feels.
Yes. Do want to give a shout out to the official wellness partner of the Radcast, Vaycay. takeavacay.com. Check them out. Health and wellness products that, look, here's the deal. We all need to relax. We all need to unwind.
Yep.
Like,
need that serotonin boost without the ice cream.
And you can have 10 beers, you can have 4 glasses of wine, or you can have one gummy.
Have a gummy.
From Vaycay. And relax and not feel like shit the next day.
Right.
And so health and wellness are also part of taking care of yourself. And look, we all need to get away and relax a little bit. And when you think of getting away, it really starts with Vaycay.
Absolutely.
Had a little
you don't really get away unless you're on Vaycay. Yeah.
Hey, it's true though. Hey, I mean, I went to Mexico and getting away, and I had my Vaycay hat on, and like 20 people were
Rep
like,
the brand.
"Oh yeah." I mean, people like the, who doesn't want to get on a Vaycay?
Right.
You know,
you want that feeling, that kick.
Vaycay is it's a positive word, right? Agreed. We're getting nods from Sawyer, and I don't know. It makes everyone, because like when I wore the hat, like I had the hat on, and like the other dads are like going, there it is. We're all on Vaycay.
Yeah.
Just makes you smile. So when you want to get away, the best products in America, lots of new stuff coming out, multivitamins coming out. They've got a
topical cream coming out.
CBD topical cream coming out.
Third-party lab tested across the board.
Exactly. So you know what you're getting coming from a reputable company. And look, when it's time to get away,
take a Vaycay.
Take a Vaycay. Takeavacay.com. Tell them the Radcast sent you.
On to our marketing news. Michelob Ultra. I know I make fun of you for that, but they are the first sponsor of the network dedicated to women's sports. Michelob Ultra has signed on as the first major sponsor of Women's Sports Network, an ad-supported streaming service dedicated to women's sports. All
right, we're going to marketing geek out for a second here.
I'm ready.
The number, we'll call it 1A or C. I'm not going to say it was number 1, but let's close. Know your audience.
Smart.
Know your audience. Michelob Ultra knows their audience. They skew towards women. It's a lighter beer, and it's healthier because it's less calories.
Less carbs.
And so it is very skewed towards women, and their marketing traditionally has been towards that, and they're leaning into it. And this makes a lot of sense. And it's the number 1 key if you want to attract the lowest hanging fruit. The biggest opportunity is to increase the pool of the audience that you already have.
Yeah.
So super smart. And hey, I've been watching the women's basketball tournament. It's been exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, do I enjoy it as much as I watch, and I don't even watch that much basketball. Even playing basketball growing up, I don't watch much basketball. Maybe not, but it doesn't have to be equally exciting to be exciting.
Right.
There's layers to things.
And it's the same game, but it's different, right? So I feel like if you go into it knowing this is going to be a different experience.
I think I've finally watched enough women's basketball to where I know and appreciate that it's going to be different.
Yeah.
And so I don't have, when I first watched it, I'm like, this isn't the same as the men's game, and I'm not going to see 12 dunks or something.
Right.
But then,
they're still going hard.
You watch the women's South Carolina team play, and let me tell you, talking about dominant.
I'm obsessed with their coach. She is such a force.
I think if she wants it, I think she could be a top 20 men's. She could coach anything, in basketball.
Absolutely.
I think it'd be fascinating to see her go coach NBA team or men's a men's college basketball team, just to see
force.
it, just to kind of break that.
Such a force.
And her players are so disciplined. She gets the best players in the country that
serious.
all scored, 20,000 points in high school, and they all play their role. And you can tell that she just has the pulse of that team.
Yeah.
I just respect the hell out of the way she coaches.
No,
she works them hard. Did they even say it?
I was so hoping I would run into her when she was in town. I love you, Don Staley.
I just liked her Louis Vuitton on the other night. Did you see that?
Yes.
I was like, she's rocking it. I was like, that's cool.
She's such a badass. Mm-hmm. And our last,
totally agree.
Our last article we have, this is great. I love this so much. Heinz rejects imposters for Ketchup Fraud campaign. Kraft Heinz launched a new campaign called Ketchup Fraud, which is inspired by a viral Snapchat post. The campaign encourages consumers to tag restaurants filling the Heinz bottles with generic ketchup brands.
Look, it's Heinz or nothing else. I mean, and they know it, so they're leaning into it.
Agreed.
And so it's it's the only ketchup. I really won't eat. I'm trying to think the last time I had something.
I don't even like ketchup, but I'll fuck with Heinz.
You'll
If I
have the
have to,
Heinz.
it'll
If
be
you have
Heinz.
to- If you have to have it, like I had no idea. It was like I thought everybody liked ketchup till like you and Nick said you didn't like it, but I saw you like ketchup. Oh man, what
all
the
right.
hell
Cool.
is going on?
Cool.
This is the 3 out of 4.
Are
just
you a
so-so.
mustard guy?
Yeah, mustard may.
All right, heard.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm of that. I'm like a truffle aioli.
this is
gal.
3 out of 4. I thought it would be like everybody liked ketchup. I mean, I don't like squirt it in my mouth or anything, but like a fucking French fry, like or onion rings.
It's got to be a really bland French fry for me to want.
I had a good onion ring the other night. Man, it was like a Nathan's.
I love onion rings.
God, without ketchup, that would not have been okay, but it was delicious.
So it was the ketchup that was
The
really
Heinz
sold
ketchup.
it.
But this
There you
is,
go.
look, they picked up on something that went viral, I think on Snapchat, and it's like, and they're leaning into it. And so
And it doesn't cost them anything.
this is where people struggle, like what ad to create.
Yeah.
It's called user-generated content, and sometimes it can inform more than just what you're doing. It can help create a freaking campaign. Like, it's like people make things so hard. It's like you got when you're a brand this big and you have the loyal following, where clearly it is Heinz or nothing or a fraud. You lean into this stuff. I mean, so hats off to Heinz. Wouldn't take much to give them a hats off anyway, because I love them.
True.
I do
all
love
we got for
ketchup. I
today.
love ketchup.
Hard pass.
Yeah. Anyway, we really appreciate everybody listening. We hit number 9 this week on the top 10 business in the USA. We appreciate everybody for that. We're number 9 as of today.
9 and fine.
Yeah, we got 8 more to go. So we love you. Keep pushing. Hey, listen. If you like this episode, listen to it again. It helps our numbers.
Yeah, there you go. Share it with somebody.
Go check out Christina on TikTok. For Sawyer, for Christina, I'm Ryan Alford. We'll see you next time on the Radcast.
To listen or watch full episodes, visit us on the web at theradcast.com or follow us on social media at our Instagram account, the.rad.cast, or at Ryan Alford. Stay radical.